guys, I'm Mia from MiMoDesignLaserfiles, and today I'll be showing you how to assemble this Santa countdown ornament. When you've cut your file, it will look something like this. Boom. The important part after cutting is sanding. You want to sand the wheel on both sides. You want to sand the backer and the front. These sides are the most important because you don't want to sand the inner piece. But you'll be removing material from these sides, and this side will be just a tiny bit thicker, which will help the wheel glide better once it's assembled. I've made a ton of tutorials for these countdowns, so this time I'm thinking I'll start by painting and then I'll show you how to assemble afterwards. So this part I don't need right now. So I want to paint the front and the back, and I'm actually thinking about using this navy blue varnish that I have from Cintilor. I'll show you the bottle in just a sec. You want to paint the back of the back. And I always use a foam brush because it's very easy to apply your stain and your paint. So that's the back. For the front, you don't really have to paint this part because it will be hidden by the chimney anyway. So I'll just remove this and use it. This didn't turn really blue, so I'll just give it another coat. I guess it will look fine once it's dry. So that's the back and the front. Let's put this aside. For the chimney, I'm thinking that I'll be using watercolor because I want the bricks to look a little bit brickish. This is supposed to be snow, so I'll show you what to do with that in just a bit. But for the chimney, I'll be using watercolor. If I can get it open. I think I'll go ahead and do some brownish red stuff. So there's water and a brush. The watercolor I'm using is my son's. He's 3 years old, and we found it in the local supermarket in Sicily. So you can use pretty much any watercolor if you wish to use watercolor. I really love how easy it is to work with, and it gives you the possibility to do some shading and effects without having to spend a lot of time on making it. So a little bit of brown here, maybe a little browner. And you can blend the colors as you wish. Also, if you make a mistake or something, it's easy to put a little extra water on your brush and kind of erase the colors again. So let's see, maybe some dark red. Yeah. This is looking good, in my opinion. You can paint and use whatever you wish. I just use these type of things because I like the look of them. So let's see. That's not so bad, I guess. Maybe a little brown. It is dark after all. Super. So I couldn't get the legs to fit directly on top of the chimney because it's a round ornament. So the upper part you want to paint red as the trousers. I'm using acrylic paint markers bought from Amazon, the cheapest ones that I actually could find. So again, you can use anything you wish. And the trousers or pants. I'm Danish, so that's why my English might sound a bit funny. And for the shoes, black. And I made the fur as an extra layer. You could just paint this one white, or you could use the extra layer. My white isn't as great as the others. Come on. I have to buy some new paint pens at some point. So, for the snow, I was thinking of either using glitter, but I found this fake snow in my China store, so I think I'll go ahead and try this and see how it works. Let me just squeeze this over. I always use a piece of paper because once I'm done, I can easily pour the remaining back to the can or bag or whatever I'm using. So let's pour some out. So for this one, I'm just using glue. This is wood glue from Wienerwil, bought in Sicily as well. But you can use whatever glue you're used to. Mod Podge or Gorilla Glue, or there's so many brands. So let's apply some glue. I'll make sure that I have glue on the whole area. If you hear something scratching in the back, it's our beagle Zoe. Let's see how this looks. Not as cute as I hoped for. Let's see. I think I'll have to paint it white first. Let's see if I can get this off. And I'm making mistakes so you can learn from them. So don't copy this. Paint it white and then add the fake snow. if that's what you want. That's the cool thing about being a files designer, that you can use your creativity and finish stuff off like you want to. Let's see if it can stick to this. It can. That's better, I think. I actually think I want some glitter on it after all. Let's find some glitter. This one will be soaked in glue, but that's okay. This is actually for my husband, Peter. My son was mad that I hadn't made him a countdown yet. So I'm dedicating this one to him. That's it, I think. And a little bit more glue. And some fake snow. That's cool. Doesn't that look awesome? So I'll pack this up, and once this is dry, I'll get back to you and show you how to assemble. See you later. Now that my paint is dry, it's time to show you how to assemble. This is pretty easy. You take your bagger, place the wheel, and the inner part you apply glue to. Again, I'm using wood glue, but you can use any. To make a little bit of extra distance for the wheel to slide better, I use a stapler. This stapler is from our local hardware store and has 8mm staples, since I'm using 4mm wood. So you want staples that are shorter than the 2 layers you're stapling. And usually I would just add glue on the top, but since I'm doing this tutorial, I wanted to dry a bit faster, so I'll use a little super glue as well. When you're gluing, be very careful that you don't hit the wheel, because you don't want it to get stuck. Place the front and align this hole to the hanger. And use some clamps to hold it down. These clamps are also from our local hardware store. For the lever, you will put on Santa's pants and boots. And again, make sure that you don't get wheel on the edge of the lever. And see if you can make just a tiny bit of distance between the wheel and these pants or feet, boots, call them what you want. Then for the fur, I added a bit of glitter. I couldn't resist. I love glitter. And I'll love even more when my husband is coated in it. Because he hates glitter. So, let's see. You have scored lines to align these. That's it. The chimney I can't put to the ornament until it's dry, but I can assemble this. So my fake snow actually looks kind of cute. There you go. Oops, it's coming off. I guess my glue wasn't exactly dry. There you go. Let's see if the super glue worked. Once it's dry, and you have to let it fully dry. I'm just doing this for the sake of the tutorial. Once it's dry, you take the lever and turn it around to see if everything moves like it should. And it does. And I'll recommend that you place the lever on the top when you assemble the chimney, because then it's easier to align it. And there you go. The first ever made chimney countdown ornament. I think I have to let this dry just a tiny bit more. It's not totally dry. But I think you see the points and how to assemble this. Thank you for watching and see you soon.